There's a quote by Charles Bukowski that I love so much, and it says, if you have the ability to love, love yourself first. Now, this topic just summarizes our topic for today. And self love might sound like a very easy topic. It might sound like something that is easy to do, but trust me, it is quite a lot. It takes a lot of effort and practice and meditations and affirmations and a lot of other people around you to help you to get to that point where you truly love yourself. So, hi guys, my name is Omolola Dodu, and I host the For Healing Girls YouTube channel, and you're welcome to today's video. So, I know how difficult it is for girls who are healing from trauma, from abuse, from sort of unfair or disadvantaged past. I know how it can be difficult for you to get to a point where you look at yourself in the mirror and truly are happy with who you are at that very moment. Now, self love is not a futuristic concept. That means self love is not something you keep putting off and saying, oh, when I get this, I'll love myself more, or when I heal, I'll love myself more. If there's one message that has been constant, in the two videos, and now this is the third video that we have uploaded on the For Healing Girls YouTube channel, it is that healing is a journey, it's not a destination. And guess what? It's the same thing with self love. Self love is a journey, it's not a destination. So let's just take 1 minute. No, 1 minute is too much. Let's take 1 second. I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath. Now ask yourself, do I love myself? What's the answer? My answer was yes. And before I got to this point where I could answer yes, it took a lot. It took a lot of practice, meditation. It even took a lot of people around me to help me get to that point. So for today's video, we're just going to give 10 tips to just help us as healing girls, as girls who have gone through abuse, trauma, or as I said, an unfair stats or disadvantaged stats, whether in your childhood or as a young adult or as a fully grown woman, just tips to help us to know how to truly nurture self-love. So that's today's topic, how to truly nurture self-love. And let's just jump right into it. So I want you to take two things home today, two words, love and honor. You have to get to a point where you love and honor yourself. A lot of times, as a healing girl, you could just go through life and think you have self love, but there's also this disrespect and this honor that comes to play as you deal with yourself. And it could come in terms of you speaking abusive words to yourself. And that leads me to the number one tip for today, which is speak kindly to yourself. If you want to truly nurture self love, you have to learn to speak kindly to yourself. This cannot be overemphasized. Don't use abusive words at yourself. Don't say, oh, I'm stupid, I'm foolish, I'm crazy. Once you say the word I am, only positive things, only positive words should follow I am. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I am kind. I am loving. I am someone who loves nature. Whenever you use the phrase I am, only positive words should follow. So, number two, take care of your mind. And I've had people ask me, how can I take care of my mind? And most times I'm quick to say, oh, read books because I am a book lover. I love to read. But there are other things you could do to, sort of nurture your mind, to take care of your mind. And one of those things that is not really out there is solitude. A lot of times as a for healing girl, you could have the tendency to isolate yourself. And I don't want you to confuse isolation with solitude. Isolation means you're going through something and you just look for a place to hide your head. Meanwhile, solitude is you consciously retreating. You're in a good place, whether you're in a good or bad place, but most times you're in a good place and you're like, you know what? I'll take a step back from the crowd, from my friends, from hanging out, and I just want to hang out with myself. Now, solitude does not mean you must go to your room and lock the door. No. Personally, I take myself out for coffee dates. I used to love coffee, not so much anymore, but I take myself out. I go to the park. I go with my yoga mat, I do some yoga, I do some meditation, I read my Bible alone. I just talk to myself and I talk to God. And sometimes I just ask myself questions and sometimes I journal. That's one way that I know that has worked for me on how to take care of my mind. Then another thing is learn how to curate your social media feed so you only see things that is going to help uplift your sense of self. I don't know if that makes sense, but you there's a way you can curate your social media feed and you only see things that will give boost to who you're trying to become and who you are at this very moment. You don't want to see posts that is talking about how whatever you've gone through is your fault. So there's a way to curate it, and I think I'm definitely going to add that as one of the topics we're going to treat on the For Healing Girls YouTube channel. So number three, take care of your body. Take care of your body. I love, there's a saying I love that says, I don't know who said it, I don't know who wrote it, but it says, wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, there you are. That is, wherever you find yourself, that's where you are. So you can't you can't separate who you are on earth with with your body, sort of like you. This is the carriage. It's just like you're going to Gombe and you say, oh, I'm going to Gombe, I'm going to appear there and I'll appear without my body. Maybe it's possible on some spiritual realms, but on earth you have to go with your body. Your body is your carriage. So you need a car to take you to Gombe. That car is the carriage that gets you to Gombe. Now your body is the car that houses you and takes you around the world. It gives you access to earth, to the world. So you need to take care of your body. And how do you do that? You have to listen to your body and know what works for you and what does not work for you. I know some people who decided to stop eating meat, some people who take daily walks no matter what happens that day. Come rain, come shine, they will take a walk. I know people who bought these very large bottles and they drink lots of water. Whatever just works for you. Just do something every single day that's tells your body that you love your body. Personally, I look in the mirror sometimes. I know it sounds weird, and sometimes I just tell myself, oh, I love you, my eyes. I love you, my hair. Thank you for taking me through the 20 something years that I've been on earth. Just love on yourself, love your body. Number four, nurture your care network. How do you nurture your care network? And what's even the care network? The care network is a group of people who you've identified that have your best interests at heart, that truly love you and truly see you for who you are and are grateful that you are in their lives. And you also do the same for them. You're grateful to have them as friends, as family. You know, that's what care network is all about. So you need to nurture your care network. You need to set boundaries on the kind of friendships you want. You need to be truly intentional with how you choose friends and who you like present yourself to. I used to tell myself one time that I am a gift. And I still tell myself, actually, not one time, just I've not told myself that in recent times, but I tell myself I am a gift. And whosoever has me as a friend or as a family has been given that gift by God. And there are many people in my life too who are also gifts, who God gave me to them as gifts. So you need to nurture that care network by setting boundaries. And I want to state here that boundaries are not for other people to uphold. Boundaries are something you uphold for yourself. You don't rely on your friends to uphold your boundaries. Say, for example, you don't drink when you go out. It's not on your friends to always, like, it's good to have friends who know that okay, you don't drink and they wouldn't present drinks to you at a gathering, but it's also good to know that okay, I don't drink, and if I'm presented with a drink, I would not get angry. I'll simply say, you know what, I don't drink. So just that's just an example, but just set boundaries and understand that it's on you to uphold those boundaries. And then we have number five. Number five, don't be afraid to walk away. Don't be afraid to walk away, whether it's from friendships, from jobs, from individuals, from books, from experiences that do not sort of push you towards who you want to be or nurture who you are at this very moment. As a for healing girl, it's so difficult. I remember when I first came to the city I am at now, it was so difficult for me to walk away from a particular relationship because I felt, oh, this was my bus stop and I was going to just hold on to this relationship because it was going to well, maybe I thought it was what I wanted at that moment. And even when this person clearly showed me that you were not what I wanted, I was still holding on in a kind of way. It took me a while to understand that, oh my God, I need to walk away from this situation. This is not going to help me in any way. This is not going to add to my self worth. Rather, it was sort of watering down the confidence and the self love that I had been able to nurture till that very moment. So when I was able to realize this, I packed my things and I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. Bye bye. So you need to learn to walk away. As a for healing girl, you need to learn to walk away. If you have friends who are constantly talking down with you, gossiping about other people who don't just like you and you know it, but you think they like you or you think they will like you, honestly, it's easy. It's easy. It's easy to sit down there, but it's hard to walk away. And I want you to take the hard road and just walk away. So these 5 tips are for this video, and the remaining 5 tips will, circle back in a second video. But before we go, I just want to give one more tip. This is an extra tip. We still have 5 tips, but this is an extra tip. And this extra tip is forgive yourself. I'm going to end here and say, hey, you healing girl watching me, please forgive yourself. I know there are situations that you've found yourself in that you are still telling yourself that it's your fault. I want you to understand that it was not your fault. You didn't have enough information at that moment to make wise decisions, probably. So I want you to go into yourself and forgive yourself. How does that happen? Say, for example, you were raped or you were abused as a child, sexual abuse, either as a child or as a young adult or even as a full grown woman. Sometimes there's tendency to tell yourself, oh, it was my fault. Maybe if I had not gone to that place, maybe if I'd listened to myself, maybe blah, 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 blah. I get all the maybes because I've also been there, but it's not going to help if you keep going back to the past and pointing a finger at yourself. So you need to forgive yourself. You need to come to that place of forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Have compassion on yourself. If you forget anything today, please remember that you should have compassion on yourself. You should forgive yourself. It is one of the solid ways I know how to nurture self love. Forgiving myself, having compassion on myself, speaking kindly to myself, and all the other tips I had mentioned are ways that have worked for me to build and to nurture self love. So, thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. And this is our third video, and we have had quite a number of views, but we'll still like to grow this YouTube channel. We're just starting, and there's a lot to be said, there's a lot to be done. And I just wanted to share this video with your friends, your family, your sisters, your aunts, just any woman that you know that needs to hear these things today. Sometimes these things that we share on the For YouTube Girl, YouTube, for on the For Healing Girls YouTube channel can sound easy, but I've come to discover that most healing girls need reminders. And sometimes you don't even know these things. As simple as they sound, I didn't know these things as far back as say 5 years ago. I didn't know some of these things. I learned them through my healing journey. So just remember to love yourself. Remember to nurture the self-love that you currently have in yourself. And remember to set clear boundaries with yourself and with others and uphold them. Thank you so much for watching. Until I see you in my next video, it's bye for now. Love you guys. Bye.